Hi, guys. Welcome to Beauty Bound, hosted by Cristal and
Jackie. Hey guys, this is Jackie and this is part two.
because for me, I didn't always want to be a hairdresser, actually. Um, I wanted to be, a doctor. And then I wanted to be a lawyer. And then once I was in high school, my thought was, I just want to be an RN. So I was like, this is what I'm going to do. I want to be a registered nurse. That was it.
Mhm.
But I always did, everybody's like hair. I would kind of play with their hair, especially like my senior year. My hair was always different colors. Um, like playing with makeup. Even I didn't wear that much makeup. It was very simple. But right after high school, I would always try makeup, and my mom would always tell me, "Why don't you just do cosmetology?" And the honest truth was, because I don't want people to think that I'm dumb.
What?
That was my mentality. I thought that it was so easy to go to beauty school. I didn't want people to think that I was uneducated, because I always thought that that's how people were gonna. People already thought that I wasn't smart enough or whatever the case might be. So I always thought like, man, nobody's gonna take me seriously if I become a hairstylist. And I was like, and it's easy. Well, it's not easy. It's hard. So I still like for a while I put it off and I was like, I don't want to do that. Mom would tell me like, but you love doing that. I see how much you enjoy like just doing hair and you don't even it's not like you've been trained for it, but you do it. And for a while I was like, nope. I went to school to be a medical assistant. I did it. I worked in the field. I got bored because it was just I worked at a family practice and I enjoyed drawing blood. I enjoyed, giving shots and all that. But when it was like your everyday vitals, I was like, I can't do this shit. Like it was boring to me. I worked in an office as an admin assistant, and I enjoyed that job. That one was like one of my favorite jobs. I had a bunch of little odd end jobs because I would get bored. And then finally, the as an admin assistant, that was my like longest job, and I decided that I wanted to go to beauty school finally. And we ended up moving from San Diego. So then I had to wait till 2010 is when I went to beauty school. While I was in beauty school, the first week and they handed us books, I was like, what is this? like, like I thought I'm in here to have fun, not,
Mhm.
and to learn hair. Like, why are you giving me a book where I have to learn the, anatomy and where I have to learn chemistry? Like, I didn't understand it. I was so confused.
Oh
And I
yeah.
remember going through the book and I was like, fuck, like, this is not easy. And it's when I realized how hard it was and it changed, like I said, it changed my mentality. It made me realize that I really enjoyed it because I had everything else. Like, I wanted to be an RN. Well, I was learning about the skin, I was helping people in a different way, not the way that, helping someone get better. But for me, when I would see a client sit on their chair and, they would look at their hair, that's when and I don't know, it was just like life changing, like you said, because you're making somebody else feel better about themselves. Um, when I finished beauty school, right after beauty school, I started school to get my degree in business administration because I decided I didn't want to work for anybody. I wanted to open up my own salon. And during the time that I was in school for that, I was doing hair on the side. I was doing nails on the side, and so I was doing all that from home. With there was times that I would worry like people are gonna rat me out because I'm doing it from home and you're not supposed to. Especially in California, it's I don't know the laws for cosmetologists are a lot harsher. I feel like than they are here. Um, but while I did that, and while I was in school, I remember learning everything for creating a business plan and all that. I was like, oh, I could do this. And I remember my husband telling me, babe, you should like take it slow. Just wait. I was like, okay. I saw a salon that was for sale.
Oh my God.
And
Oh.
this is while I was still in business school. Like, I wasn't even done yet. And he was like, "Are you sure you want to do this?" I was like, "Yeah, like, look, I'll figure it out. We got it." And he was like, "Okay." But I said, if the guy calls me for me to come in and look at it, that means I'm supposed to do it. I said,
Oh
if he
my
doesn't
God.
call me, and if it doesn't work out because of how much it is or whatever, then it means I don't get to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And when the guy worked with me on payments for the salon and everything, I was like, oh shit, this is going to happen. So I jumped and I decided I'm going to open up my own salon. So it was called Get Glammed.
Oh, I
And
love that.
yeah, so it was called
Oh.
Get Glammed. It had, we built 2 hair stations. It had 3 pedicure chairs. And I had 3 manicuring tables. So I was like, this is it. It's what I wanted to do. I had so many setbacks when I first opened, and I had a very good friend. Her name's Maria. She's the one that helped me to be able to like follow this dream. When she saw that I was struggling, that I was like, I'm missing this, and they're not gonna let me open if I don't have this, and with the permits and all this other crap. I remember she was like, "How much do you need?" And I was like, "Wait, what?" She
Wow.
helped me
What a
out
good
in such
friend.
a huge way, and I don't know. It was just that's when I knew I was doing the right thing. Did I open too soon? Yes. I remember getting the salon in February, and I wasn't able to open until I think either April or June. I was supposed to open April 1st, and then a permit didn't go through for my shampoo bowl. So then I couldn't open until I think it was June 8th when I opened my salon. And
Wow.
finally, like, I was excited. It was good. It was a lot of, I think it was a lot of learning and failing and doing things wrong. And I was open for maybe 2 years, I think. I think it was 2 years before I closed down because, life happened and I just couldn't do it anymore. And my mind wasn't in it. I had had a very traumatic experience, so I decided I can't do this no more. And I went to makeup school.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I went to makeup school in Hollywood because I wanted to do makeup for movies, and I got to do
Oh.
it.
Oh my gosh, that's so
Yeah,
exciting.
so I was able. I think that was my main goal. I wanted to make an impact somehow, and I wanted my kids to be proud of me. I wanted my husband to be proud of me, and I always tried to do all these other things so that everybody around me was proud of me.
Oh.
And oh, sorry. I think going to makeup school saved me in a lot of ways. Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. It's
Um,
okay.
but yeah, going to makeup school saved me in a lot of ways, and I'm glad I did it. Um, with the support of everyone, my mom watching my kids while I was there, and having to go back and forth. My husband going to pick me up at the train station, you know. I got to work on a movie set, which was, I don't know, for me that was like a dream come true because I always said I want my name to be at the end of those credits at a movie theater. It happened, and that was all
Oh
I
my
needed, I got to work on 2 music videos. One artist was kind of an asshole. Like,
They all are freaking
yeah.
in
Oh my
California.
gosh. Like,
Girl,
he was
people.
an asshole. I'm like, I didn't sign no, what is it? No non-disclosure agreement. So yes, he was an asshole. It was Tyga.
No freaking way.
Yeah, yeah, he's a
Tyga?
total jerk.
Not surprised.
He didn't want anybody to be in the room with him. Like, he only wanted whoever was going to do his makeup to be there because he was going to get like some kind of cut on his face. But it was for the music video Serving That Raw. So
I
got
haven't
to
even
do,
heard. Wait.
yeah,
Okay. I mean, I don't even listen to his music, to be
me,
honest.
yeah.
You
So I got to do the hair for the dancers, And then I worked on another one with a Russian singer who she was super nice. Like the whole production, it was a Russian production. They were all super nice. I got to do Cam Gigadet's hair. He's James from Twilight.
Wow.
Yeah, so
No
that was
freaking
very
way.
nerve-wracking. So I remember like I was still in school, so those were like little externships that I got to do.
Oh, that's
And
amazing.
I remember like when I was on set for that one, I was so nervous, and then
Mm-hmm.
having to do like his hair and put tattoos on him. I remember being so fucking nervous because I was like, oh my God, like how do I act, But he was super nice. He is one of the nicest people, and I don't know. It was just really cool. I got to do what I said I wanted to do, and then
Yeah.
after that, like I continued to do hair and I continued to do makeup at home, and
Mm-hmm.
then finally I stopped doing it, and I worked at Salon Centric for as a beauty guru. So I was the one that got to educate people
Oh, I
on.
was about to say, what in the world is that?
Yes, a beauty guru. So we used to go on training for different brands, and then we got to educate other stylists with
Oh,
the different
nice.
brands. So that was really cool.
Wow, it just seems like the hair has just keeps coming back with you, and
Yes.
it complemented the makeup so well, and it just
Yes. And
yeah.
don't get me wrong, like I think I love doing hair when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to creative hair.
Right.
When it comes to the fun colors, or even like I don't know, anybody just give me a challenge. If I have to get your hair light without damaging it, like let me do it, because I
Yeah.
promise it'll look good. But now, I mean, I'm good with not doing hair. I'm okay with it. There's times that I'll sit there, I'm like, did I make the right choice? Because once we moved here, I didn't have no clients, obviously.
Right.
I got my license here. I transferred my cosmetology license, and here is operator license, I think it's called.
Ah, so how long has it been since you moved here and you transferred?
2019. Yeah,
Wow.
so we moved here February of 2019. Then in April of 2019, I opened up my studio.
Yes, girl.
I opened up my studio at Sola, and I loved it. And I remember Scott, who is the manager there, he was like, "Are you sure?" Because year new, I was like, "Scott, I got this." And at first, he was like, I know he was a little bit scared over it, but he believed in me, and he said, "All right, do it." So I had my studio with him, and I loved working there while I was there. I loved my studio. I loved my clients, and I just got to the point. I think when COVID happened,
Hmm.
that's when I was like, "What am I doing?" I think a lot of people were wondering like what they were doing with their lives during that time,
Right.
and having to close, and a lot of clients being afraid. I was like, "How am I supposed to continue to do this? Like, how am I supposed to pay for all my product, pay for the studio itself? Like, how am I supposed to afford all this when I wasn't making smart choices when it came to the bookkeeping part, because there was nobody to. I remember like trying to hire a bookkeeper, and they don't know about the beauty industry, and it kind of sucks. So that's when I was like, I remember telling my husband, "All right, well, my contract's about to be over. I think I'm done." And then he's like done doing hair? I said, "Yeah. Like, I don't think I want to do it anymore. It doesn't bring me joy anymore. Like, it doesn't make me happy to go to work anymore."
Right.
And I've always said, don't do anything that doesn't bring you joy anymore. So I stopped. I gave my notice, and my contract was coming up anyway, and I just stopped doing hair. And that's when I had a few months before is when I had started doing bookkeeping for the waxing, and I was very happy. Like that made me very happy. I got to stay home with my kids, and I started homeschooling them, and I was like, okay, I could do this. Like,
Hmm.
this is what I love. It took me probably that whole year that I started with her books, and then by the end of that first year, is when I got another client. And then it took me a few months to actually start building my page and everything, and to take myself seriously. It took me about a year to take myself seriously
Oh
with
my
bookkeeping.
goodness. When I met you, I thought, wow, she sounds so professional. Well, even in the DMs, I said, hey, girl, so tell me about your services. I think you're like, go to my website. Or
Yeah.
no, I think it was, or I think you did tell me a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I went and I made the appointment and everything to come meet you. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, wow. She would just make my life so much easier. But then little did I know that she would just start giving me all these business tips, business advice, and just like her experiences, and like she's just given me so many great ideas too, and like what to implement in my business. Just on like all accounts, just marketing and just not commingling my funds.
I know.
I
And it's because I've made that mistake. Like so everything that I tell you is because I've made that mistake before.
right.
And I never got to see actual profit only because, and it's not that I wasn't making the money. I just didn't get to see it because my business account, I would use my account for personal use, and anything was like, oh, well, I have money. And instead of thinking, well, that money is supposed to be there for your business in case you need anything. Oh, no, like I would use that money if I wanted to do anything extra with the kids or if we wanted to go anywhere. So it wasn't even, it was stupid spending that I did. Yeah.
But I think what sets you apart from a lot of other bookkeepers is like how involved you are with like your
thank you.
your clients' businesses. Like
Yeah.
truly. I mean, I haven't met your other clients. I mean, I've just heard what you've done for them, and I'm it's the same as what you're doing for me, and I've just appreciated everything
Oh, thank you.
and like all the help because I think in the last podcast we mentioned that she just told me to open the spa. I said, oh, okay.
I know. At first she was like, but I think I'm gonna wait. And I was like, okay, like you wait. But honestly, like you didn't even wait that long.
I know. I think I called you a couple of weeks later. I said, so I'm just looking at some suites
Yeah.
to open, and then I definitely need you.
My husband said, I remember like after we got off the phone that time, I told my husband, I'm like, oh shit. I go, she's actually going to look for a place. He's like, really? I was like, yeah. I go, I'm so excited for her. And he's like, fuck. He's like, so what did you tell her? I'm like, nothing. Like, just, I always just tell people, just go for your fucking dreams. Why? Like, what are you waiting for, to be honest? Like, and I think that's why I've done so many things. And I'm sure you too, you've done everything or the things that you've done because you haven't been sure if that's what you really wanted to do in the past. And now you finally found the one thing that you're happy doing, and I mean, the couple things that you're happy doing, and I think that has a lot of power behind it, I feel like, because you don't worry about, and I'm sure you probably do, but at the same time, you don't worry of oh my God, what if it doesn't work out? Because you know what? If it didn't work out, fuck it, you tried.
Right, for sure. My husband is when I told him, he was just told me, are you even going to get clients? You're starting without clients. I said, I do have clients. Excuse me. I have a few virtual people.
Yeah.
I have a few virtual clients, but obviously I just wanted to be in the treatment room. I said,
Yeah.
I'm sick of being virtual.
Yeah.
And I've been just so happy since. And even with your bookkeeping, I'm like now you're, helping people, like other people in the beauty industry, not make the same mistakes. And that's
Yeah.
amazing. And you're like my little cheerleader now. And I love it.
I just want to like I said, I want you guys to do good.
Mhm.
I want you guys to see that you guys are worth so much more than what you probably see in the mirror. And I think it's very hard for us as women to look at ourselves in the mirror and feel like we're doing a good job.
Right.
And why not be the one that could make somebody feel better rather than put somebody down and tell them, what the fuck are you doing? No,
Right.
instead it's like, what the fuck are you doing? Why aren't you doing this? Like, why aren't you going for your dreams? Like, why aren't you pushing for it? That's my what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. If you need a bookkeeper and you're listening to this and you are in the beauty industry, please hit up Beauty Pro Bookkeeping because she will be more than just a bookkeeper. She will turn into a lifelong friend.
Yes.
And
Like Skimping at San Antonio.
yes.
Yes. She will give you all the different little techniques to do with moisturizing, with sunscreen. She will yell at you if you don't do your sunscreen in a nice way.
In a very
in
nice
a very
way.
polite way, because she is very soft-spoken when she's in her spa. You are. And then you're so like, your hands are so soft. And that's, I've been telling you, like, I literally, when you're massaging my face, I'm just like,
Oh,
Yeah.
well, thank you. Yes, and I am still taking virtual clients as well. So if you're near or far, I got you.
Yes.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in
Thank
and
you.
listening to both of our stories. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much for listening to Beauty Bound. Make sure to rate and follow us everywhere you listen to podcasts, including Spotify.